Hello, welcome to another weekly roundup of Anime figure pre-orders. This week we've got a couple of Belfine figures. So the manufacturer Belfine, they've released quite a few figures. We've got a trio of Atelier Riser figures, and Snail Shell have done another really posable figure, which has got a very high degree of articulation, which they generally do. So I thought I'd include that in this week's showing. So comment, like, and subscribe, and links for these figures will be in the description down below like normal. And let's get straight into these figures that are up for pre-order this week. This is the 21st to 26th of April 2025 as well. So let's go on into it. Oh yeah, we are doing that. You know, that manufacturer that does some food-themed figures. They got some yogurts, fairies, strawberry dreamscape ones, 32,340 yen, January 2026. Again, these are very unique figures, so if you are to something that's just a bit more unique and whatnot out there, then potentially get these. It looks like you can have a in or outside the carton, so that's perfect. That seems to be fine overall, but they are very expensive, which all the previous ones have been, like the fast food ones, like a burger and stuff. The like confectionery ones, so donuts and whatnot. So they're really weird and unique, wacky figures. Presuming they're pre-ordering pretty well. The fact that they're still continuing to produce different variants of these styles, you know, unique figures. They've also, so that's just strawberry, and then they just got pure milk as well. So they look fine. I'm just, the price is a bit worrying for me, considering these are non-scale as well. 19.8 centimeters in that carton, so they're probably 1/7, 1/8. So they're a bit on the smaller side, especially for 33,000 yen. So I don't know, not too much. Don't know really whether they're worth it personally. ReZero starting life in another world. Remenran Phantom Night Wizard version, 2-figure set, 1/7 by Katakawa, 13,487 yen, or 86 yen, July 2025. So I think this is just a re-release pre-orders. Since it's obviously coming out in like 2 months. So I think I've covered these before, and I can definitely see why these are pre-ordered very quickly. Sold out obviously, so they're very, you know, two Remoran dual set for 14,000 yen by Katakawa is like really good. They are 1/7 as well, so they're a decent scale, and looks like you can have optional lights, but you'd have to put them in separately. So the pedestal light, yeah. So yeah, it looks really good, and maybe bookmark these if you're really interested in these. July, you would get them in time, even service parcel, and just about service parcel, get them in time, on into your hands basically. Because for me, it's about about 12 weeks at most. Here in the UK to get them by service parcel, so released in July, depending on end of July. Yeah, so you might be able to get them in time for Halloween. Overlord Albedo 10th anniversary Sobin version, Kalakawa special set, 27,500 yen, September 2025. Very nicely shaped. The wing sculpt work is very nice on this one. Definitely on the upper end of the Albedo figures that we've had released. I like the staircase, the sort of shattered glass or frost aesthetic going on here. I guess they didn't want to go so much detail in terms of, you know, marbling or granite effect, so they potentially cheaped out a bit on the base. But all the details obviously in the figure, her wings, her hair is amazing, her dress sculpt work and paint job is really good as well. Yeah, all the shading's really nice. Yeah, it's just a very nice looking figure. 27,500 yen, I think, is about right. She's going to be pretty tall on that staircase. So, she is a 1/8 scale, so 27 centimeters in height because of the staircase. If you're a big Overlord fan, potentially worth getting hold of. I've already got an Albedo figure, so I don't really need to get this one. I'm not doing an Albedo shrine, so that's perfectly fine for me. But yeah, very nice looking figure. One of the better figures, I think, that we've had. But there's also going to be there's a lot of Albedo figures out there for you to choose from. Katakawa, we've got High School DxD Rias Gremory Nurse version, 19,800 yen, June 2025. So this is, I think, a release order, because I'm pretty sure I covered this a couple of weeks ago as well, actually. So yeah, she is cast off in the chest area, at least from what I'm aware of. She should be, yep. So just half cast off. I'm very tempted to get this one, but my June's very packed for me next month, 2 months time. So I won't be pre-ordering this one, but I have bookmarked this to see, keep an eye on it. There is also a special version which I think comes with half cut wall scroll. So yeah, not too bad overall. B1 size. So what size is that? So, and an acrylic stand and some stickers that you could obviously put on our pasties. They do that sometimes when with they put the stickers with the DXD stickers so you can cast up, cover her nipples. So yeah, no, looks fine overall. Very nice looking figure, I think. 20,000 yen for the special version, or just under 20,000 yen for the bog standard one. Her in a nurse outfit obviously is a very sexy looking figure, anyways. Yuji Hiragi illustrations, Soshi complete figure by Union Creative, 23,100 yen, June 2026. This one, she obviously very dynamic in the chest area. She's obviously going whole hog on the cheerleading form. Very sexy looking figure. Semi-translucent in the as well. So yeah, you can still see her skin tone through the outfit. Yeah, and the shirt is cast off, so you not bare chest off, but you can have her shirt with no shirt if you want as well. Hair shading looks really good. Sculpting looks really good. By Union Creative, 23,000 yen. Yeah, perfectly fine. I think. What size is she? No scale. 29 centimeters. So yeah, pretty good size. Unfortunately, if she was fully cast, of course, it'd be a big bonus. It'd be like an auto buy for that price. But overall, very nice looking figure. A ninja and assassin under one roof. Satako Asuguri bunny version 1/6 by Freeing, 22,000 yen. So another 1/6 line up from the Freeing. November 2025. She looks fine. You know, more of a ninja themed bunny suit, but is definitely leans a lot more into your box standard bodysuit design. Unfortunately, the scarf's really the only thing that's making you think of ninja. And I guess the sleeves as well, since a lot of ninjas do have the arm sleeves as well for stealth. So yeah, she looks fine overall, not too bad. Not something I would probably get personally, but I don't really like the 1/6 Freeing figures. Apex, these very cheap figures. Azure Lane Atako, and we've also got Takao as well, 6,130 yen each. January 2026. They are 1/8 those. They are on the much smaller side. So apart from that, though, you know, they're very cheap figures, very nice looking figures. You know, in summer swimwear, and the body sculpt and paint job looks really good. Especially, well, the skin tones wise, hair's, you know, basic shading on that. So I think both of them are really good. I think overall not bad if you're looking just for some budget Azure Lane figures, since these two are generally in a pair when they get released together, usually with similar styling. So past ones have also been quite expensive when they've been released as a pair. I think like the Racing Queen, the Racing series is quite pricey. So if these are your two favorite girls from Azure Lane, and you can at least get them for a very cheap price from Apex's Lime Pie lineup, which they might do more of. I think more manufacturers are doing these more budget orientated figure lines to kind of sustain themselves and you know, get people to drive sales with the economy that we've got going on at the moment. Gakurin Idolmaster Umo Hamane by Neon Max, 16,300 yen, December 2025. Don't see a lot of Neon Max. They've got a few designs, and I think they generally do Idolmaster, if I remember correctly. So this is perfectly fine. Good-ish amount of shading on the pink, the sweater. Good amount of shading on the outfit and hair. Yeah, it's just a nice box stand figure. 16,300 yen, perfectly fine. I think the paint quality is definitely up there for the price. Belongs to Mars District 13, middle close quarters combat type Maid Mary 1/7 by QSQ, 23,180 yen. We've covered a couple of these before, of these close quarters combat Maid series with different names. So yeah, this one, and they've all been very nicely sculpted. Like this one, the design's really cool. You know, battle maids. It's a very unique design. I love the hair. The sculpt works are really nice, especially on the hair as well. And it looks, you can have her without the pleated skirt as well if you want, so kind of cast off. Yeah, so you can get a lot more leg and whatnot. Very nice looking figure, and I think 24 to 23,000 yen is very nice, especially if you collected the other ones and you're going to collect and you want to collect all of them. It might be worth getting this. Blue Archive Toki Memorial Lobby version 1/7 by Alta, 23,820 yen, April 2026. So you got a good amount, you got a whole year to at least save up for this one. Alta is going to be amazing. Very nice looking figure. At least it's a much different pose as well compared to the Max Factory one of her in a bunny suit with the suitcase just standing there. But yeah, very nice looking figure. Love the blues. Only problem is I don't like them lying down like this, and you sort of have to, have them standing up inclined. Really, I would prefer it more when they're like the picture hanging style ones, where they can actually go vertical and then they are secured to the base or the verticality that way. At least then it makes displaying them a lot easier, because this sort of inclined display can be very hazardous, especially if you do sort of bump into shelving every now and then, like I do. Unfortunately, I bump into my garage shelving that has my core scales on. Here's the snail shell, Panzer Bunny Annalise 1/12 scale, for 5,140 yen. So these are extremely posable action figures with a lot of accessories. This is obviously a bunny suit. They've done a couple of bunny versions as well. This is just a black bunny one. Very nice looking figure. I love the facial expressions as well that are included in here, and the different. See, as you can see, there's a lot of high posability and a lot of hand options and stuff as well. So if you do like to do custom to the figures, or like with Figmas, pose them in different ways and change them quite often, then you've got this as an option. And as you can see, you got weapons and other accessories that she has with her, like other gear and whatnot. So different grenade World War II grenade options. So yeah, quite good looking figure. And there is also an accessories like bonus. So you to get the weapons and stuff, you'd actually do have to get the optional armament parts. I would personally, if I was going to get this, so you're looking at 7,500 yen in total, probably closer to sort of 10,000 yen all in for shipping as well, if you're doing surface parcel, or if air is pretty cheap to your country. But yeah, I would buy these for all the extra hand options, the accessory options, and at least the weapon and obviously grenades as well. So definitely worth getting that, I think. As you can see, so it mentions here what just showing her with these accessories at least. So yeah, very nice looking figure. Definitely worth, I think, getting hold of if you're into posable action figure style figures. Race Robot Aria, or Era 1/7 by Shenzhen Marble Animation Culture for 29,260 yen, August 2025. I would expect this probably comes from China. So if you are in America, I wouldn't obviously well, this is coming from Ami, so you might get around the tariffs, because obviously the source would come from Japan. Since they would obviously, Ami is based in Japan and importing it from China, so they get it into their warehouse, then they ship it from there to maybe send them an email just to confirm with this, specifically with the Shenzhen company, before you even think about pre-ordering this, just to confirm if that is true, and they get labeled as from Japan for these figures. The box probably would be labeled from Japan anyways, but I'm not too sure with American customs. But yeah, sorry, in terms of the figure, she's very nice. Definitely like the race sort of outfit, very well endowed in the chest area. Like the hair a lot. Just a very sexy, maybe a bit glossy on the skin, but overall very nice looking figure. I think very good. Maybe not 30,000 yen for 1/7, but she definitely looks very nice, and the outfit is a very unique design. So if you like your racing themed figures, potentially one to keep an eye out for. Unicorn Overlord Elto Lind 1/7 by Kotobukiya, 21,940 yen. Don't know the series or the source material from this, but if I just treat her as an elf, which she is, obviously a pretty nice fantasy themed elf. Hair is very nicely done and sculpted. Outfit is pretty cute and pretty simple. Pretty simple cape. Weapon is obviously a two-sided spear. Very nice looking figure overall. 20,000 yen. Yeah, it's all right. Not like the sexiest elf out there, but they don't always have to be obviously extremely sexy. So I can understand why this is just a bit more of your standard fantasy elf to have in your collection. Guilty Gear Strive Bridget 1/6 by Clockworks, 27,410 yen, November 2025. So yeah, another Bridget figure. Got quite a few of these out already. This one, I think, paint job on her is pretty good overall. Some of the other ones have been better. The bear, though, that she's with is very nice. Very nicely detailed and painted on the bear. And obviously the base is actually brickwork on there is pretty good as well. So I think you'd buy this and pay the extra price because the bear is extremely nicely detailed and painted. And she's very good overall to a high standard as well. So a pretty good figure, especially if you're a Guilty Gear collector or play the game a lot. Here we go. Now into the Atelier Riser like trio that we can get. So you got Everdarkness Lila Desirus swimsuit version by Solarian, 17,810 yen. Very cute looking figure. Love the hair and the shading going on there. The effort in obviously the shading and the paint in the suit is pretty simple. Very clean lines though. So just a very clean figure overall, like the swimsuit as well. And then we've also got Claudia, just a pretty bog standard swimsuit as well. Very cute. Just this one's just much more cute than the other one. And we've also got Rizalin as well, Stout. This one obviously she's much more skimpy, a lot more sexy. Hair shading is very nice and sculpting as well. So yeah, pretty good. All 17,920 yen. Or you can get a set of all of them, 50,490 yen, which I don't think is actually much of a discount. No, it is going to be a bit of a discount actually, yeah, because it's normally 56,000 yen. I think that works out to about 56,000 yen for all three of them if you bought them separately. So yeah, you'll actually get a good discount if you wanted all three of them. So if you do want all three, definitely do the bundle. You save yourself a couple thousand yen at least. Freeing, as normal, freeing every week. B-Style Gushing Over Magical Girls Magia Beza Bunny Suit figure, 39,600 yen, so a bit on the cheaper side. November 2025. It's probably because she's a lot more skinny and not massive in the chest bosom area, so that's probably why it's a bit cheaper as well. But yeah, I love the posing. Definitely the bunny suit. The very dark purple that they've got going on here, I think suits her as well. And the 3/4 length tights definitely work as well. Yeah, I love this a lot. The hair shading looks very good. And the accessory, her little whip staff and the wings is a very nice touch. People seem to think this is probably cast off on Reddit. I don't know. It's very hard to tell, I think, with some of these photos. Well, kind of like around her waist area, you can see the suit does come past her skin a fair bit on at the top of her legs, which kind of indicates that the whole suit might come off, like Albedo. Other people seem to think that only the pasties will come off, like we've seen with other freeing or binding figures. So I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like, there's not much of a seam in these photos. They're very nicely hidden. So maybe pre-order, maybe hold off. I'm very tempted to get this one as well because I did like the series. And I definitely would want to get this one if this is cast off. They don't mention it about being cast off here, so it could be one of those hidden cast off ones like with Albedo. It just wasn't mentioned anywhere really, and you just had to try and glimpse clues from the pictures as best you can to judge whether you can get it. Epic Sevens Festive Ida was 7th by Astrum Design, 25,240 yen, 725. Pretty sexy looking figure. Love these semi-translucent tops. Not the best semi-translucent top we've seen before, since this one's the same opacity throughout. When you can tell when it's done really well when they actually have gradients of semi-translucence through a wet shirt that the figure's wearing. That's like top grade semi-translucent figure, semi-translucent effect. This one's obviously a lot just a consistent from the molding and paint work that they've done here. As obviously it's only a bit more less translucent at the folds and creases, since that's more material in the way, so that makes sense. Apart from that, there's not a super minor gripe. It's just something that you notice when you look a lot of these figures every week. Hair is extremely nicely detailed. Paint job's very nicely well done. Sculpt work is top notch. So yeah, very good looking figure overall. Definitely worth getting a hold of, I think, if you like the sort of elf sorceress in a swimsuit theme going on here. Even if I don't know the Epic 7 series, but if a trio as an OC, she looks really good. Love Live High School Girls Idol Club Kozu Otome, Belfine. So now we're getting into the Belfine more releases. 22,440 yen, December 2025. Pretty cute looking schoolgirl figure. I like this sort of pleated and vertical stripes design. It's not something you see a lot more. It's a lot more European design, I would say, potentially. At least in anime, the like European sort of countries, girls that come in to Japan, they wear these sort of style of outfits. Personally, at least from memory. But yeah, she looks really good. Multiple faceplates as well. So winky face or just smiling. As I mentioned, so they didn't put a lot of details here. So yeah, overall looks pretty good. Very cute looking figure. And then as you saw in those photos, we've also got Kaho as well. 22,400 yen. Again, similar design, vertical brown. Yeah, very nice. Very cute schoolgirls. For 22,000 yen each, though. So depending on whether that price is worth it to you. 1/7. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with the series. Love Live High School Girls Club. Niji Sanji Furin L Lustaria 1/7 by Furyu for 24,200 yen. So it's the Niji Sanji VTuber, I think. So pretty like the outfit quite a lot as well. Very fantasy-esque as well. Someone who's been transported on an isekai style figure. With a sword, pretty nicely detailed. Not the best looking sword, but overall, the overall complete figure looks really good. But skin shading's pretty basic overall. And there's these rod to hold up the cape. Hopefully you don't have to do that. Obviously this is a promo base, prototype base, so the base is going to be like some sort of solid plastic disc. Whether it'll have a holding for this actual brass rod or not, I don't know. Dragon Ball Arise Great Ape Bardock complete figure by Plex, 33,000 yen, August 2025. Huge Dragon Ball fan. If you're a huge Dragon Ball fan, you know who Bardock is. Then it's pretty much like a no-brainer to get this if you're a massive Dragon Ball fan. I am extremely tempted to get this, but August again is another one of those months where I'm pretty packed in terms of figures, so I'm gonna have to just bookmark this and hopefully it's still available. But a lot of the Dragon Ball figures do sell out pretty quickly, and once they're generally gone, they're generally gone from what I can tell. You can find them sometimes in pre-owned, so you might be able to get this in pre-owned. Size of him is 30 centimeters in height. So 8 form, that's fair enough. Maybe a bit bigger would have been nice. But yeah, very nice looking figure of Bardock. 33,000 yen is a bit on the pricey side, but if he's 30 centimeters in height and he's a lot more square in this stance, he's probably 20 to 25 centimeters in width anyways. So yeah, very big figure overall. Definitely worth getting a hold of, I think, if you're massive into Dragon Ball. Yeah, very worth getting a hold. I'm very tempted to get that one. Hololive English Advent Mokoko Abyssguard 1/7 by AX Grit, 27,500 yen. Okay, so like the jacket, swimsuit, or kind of half swimsuit. Yeah, swimsuit with shorts. Fair enough. Yeah, like it quite good. Just sort of stylish looking figure. There also is a deluxe version for 34,980 yen, where you get these sort of giant hand accessories, which I'm guessing part of their outfit or weapons or gear that when they're in cyberspace or something, it seems like. I'm not a Hololive person, so I don't really know. And then we've also got Fuwawa Abyss Guard as well for 27,000 yen. This one's a lot more. I like this one a lot more. It's more cute overall compared to the other. The other one's more sexy. This one's more cute. And then again, we've got the deluxe version where she comes with those floating hands as well. So pretty good looking figures overall. But if you're a massive to whole live, you probably know who these are. Maybe we'll get them. The price is kind of expensive. If you're going to spend that much, you might as well spend the extra, the 35,000 yen, and get at least the accessories, the gear that they have. So yeah, really good overall, I think. Uber Motorway Pretty Derby Transcendent 1/7 by Fat Company, 26,680 yen, February 2026. Very clean colours. Not the best paint job in terms of shading, but very clean outfit. Like the leggings are pretty basic. The boots are clean, but not amazing detailed. It looks like just some graphic base, so that's a bit off-putting. This pose is extremely awkward. The fact that you have to for this sort of pose, you're going to have that support rod, unfortunately. Her leaning off sort of to the left and whatnot. Yeah, it's very weird. Multiple faceplates seems like it comes with. Doesn't mention in the description. Pretty good looking figure if you're big into Musume, and it is a very popular anime series. Definitely worth getting a hold of. But I think there might be even other figures of her already out, to be honest, of her in a standard outfit running on the running track. So maybe get that one instead. And then we've got Yuna dress version, illustration by Baya, 1/6, manufacturer Supernova, 8,250 yen, March 2026. So 1/6 scale, complete figure for less than 9,000 yen. That's really good. So probably another one of those budget Chinese manufacturers. Let's see. So you get a scarf as well, optional, and a photograph of the actual OC cosplayer. So it's based off of cosplay design. So yeah, it looks really good. Pretty nice looking figure. Yeah, just pretty clean, and I like the pearlescent effect as well that they've got going on the dress. You know, with the deep metallic purples and the or silk sort of effect going on. So yeah, just a very sexy looking figure and very good price as well if you're looking to get this one. So you get an acrylic stand as well. 4 postcards as well, so that's a nice bonus. Yeah, a lot of these cheaper Chinese manufacturers seem to include a lot of additional things just to kind of push it over the edge. If you're not a stickler for detail, like Ulta or Max Factor in terms of quality and paint job, but you just like this original design figure, then purchase it, because there's obviously not a lot of money really over at the end of the day. Again, depending on your tariffs, unfortunately, if you're in America. And now into the adult section. Only 3 figures in the adult section that was up for pre-order. We've got Pleiades Uru Amane illustration by Eno 1/6 for 33,000 yen. January 2026. So very obviously exposed pose and fully cast off, I'd expect, with the chest of drawers underneath. Pretty sexy looking figure, a bit thick in the top heavy, so depending on how much you are into your breast size figures, you might think she's a bit maybe a bit too much in the chest area, but overall I think the proportions are pretty good. Yep, I like it, and looks like the drawers you're able to pull them out and put her other accessories into those drawers. So yeah, fully cast off, multiple faceplates it looks like as well. Yeah, very nice looking figure, and hair if you want to stick it on. Fair enough. Yeah, pretty good. Again, a cast off figure. Just if you like the design and the pose, and you'll get this one. I like it quite a bit. I don't think I'd get this one personally. Maybe if it goes on sale in January next year, but it's an option. We've got Silver illustration, extra color version, special version 1/6 by Pink Mango, 26,120 yen. So this we covered a few months ago, I think, the original one. So this is just a recoloring. I'm guessing they sold the original one quite a few times and they just decided to do a different colorway. So I think this one actually has tan, obviously it's tan skin compared to the original one, which wasn't. And I think, here we go. Yeah, so you got a brown outfit, whereas with the blue, and the hair's obviously the different colors. So it's just a recolor overall, and the silver and gold. So still gold for silver. Yep, so looks fine. And this is, yeah, fully cast off. I would prefer this one. I'm a sucker for tanned or dark skinned characters, preferably dark skinned. But yeah, she's a tan character. She looks really nice. Definitely prefer this one over the standard one as well, I think. Yeah, very nice looking figure. And you get a tin badge. So yeah, 26,000 yen, pretty good. And then we've got Okane Daisuke Tao-kun 1/6 by Rocket Boy for 28,600 yen, October 2025. So this one is a male character dressed up as in a femdom, in a female outfit, fully cast offable with a package that you can have optional changes, and has a butt plug as well. So yeah, quite a few accessories. Yeah, not something I'd be interested in, but if you are a female collector, a female who collects figures, especially male characters, then we've got a rare male character that you might, if you're into this specific kink, then you might be want to get this sort of figure. And Rocket Boy are one of the better NSFW figure manufacturers out there anyways, so I think definitely potentially worth getting hold of. That does it for this week of Ami figure pre-orders. Comment, like and subscribe, and I shall catch you in another video. Thanks, bye.